Greetings assassins, Wayne here and welcome to another video, and welcome to something a little bit different related to Assassin's Creed Syndicate, something that I hope will slowly progress where I look at plot points, theories, ideas, characters and that sort of thing related to Syndicate, my own personal opinions of course, and I want to explore them because I'm really looking forward to Syndicate with it being set in the UK and all, and England and London itself has got some luscious history around the Victorian era, so I want to explore that in a series that'll progress from now up until Syndicate's release. And we're going to start off with an idea that was thrown around when Assassin's Creed Victory was leaked, the idea of Victorian London, and I think the idea still holds up. So here we go. What if Jack the Ripper, probably one of the most known yet mysterious serial killers in world and British history, ended up being Jacob Fyre? Now hear me out, because I can easily hear a few of you screaming, oh hang on a minute, Jack the Ripper and the Whitechapel murders took place in 1888, while the events of Assassin's Creed Syndicate take place in 1868. There's a 20-year gap, how does this work in the timeline, it doesn't make sense and that sort of thing. And yeah, you're completely right, but one of the things that I love about Assassin's Creed is the extended universe, the Assassin's Creed lore. This world and this narrative and these characters that have been fleshed out within the extended universe around the main games, and it's rich and vibrant and there's so much stuff there, and I really think Jack the Ripper as a character, as an individual, can thrive within the Assassin's Creed lore via Jacob, or maybe just by other means in general. Take Hitler for example. Within the Assassin's Creed lore we read that Hitler was under the influence and control and power of an apple of Eden, and then he ended up trying to fake his own death and tried to make a deal with Winston Churchill to give the apple to Churchill. And that's something interesting, and I like that, and I would like to see Jack the Ripper fleshed out in the same way, because in real history we still don't know who he is. We don't really understand who he was, why he was doing this, and how many people he killed, before and after the Whitechapel murders. We don't really know. But how does Jacob come into all this? Because at the end of the day, Jacob is the hero, he's the good guy, he's the protagonist of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So how do you take the good guy, the hero, and turn him into the villain, the monster, the myth, the legend that is Jack the Ripper? And the answer is media. Because at the time, during the Whitechapel murders, it was one of the first cases where media really took hold of society. You had to read the papers to find out what was going on in this Whitechapel murder, and the media and the newspapers would print stories endlessly. Is Jack the Ripper a butcher, a surgeon, a homeless guy, a high-class society guy? And they were really trying to sell papers through and use Jack the Ripper as a base plate to sell stories, to sell papers. Now what if the Templars, as we know, who have manipulated history multiple times within the Assassin's Creed lore, tried to use the media and the papers to frame Jacob? What if, after the events of Syndicate, Jacob becomes a bit of a local hero, and then the Templars try to use media to discredit him and turn him into this monster? And it sounds really cool, the idea of this media conspiracy within the Assassin's Creed lore, and it's probably one of the best ways you could do it, because again, we don't know a lot about Jack the Ripper, and there's plenty of breathing room to be creative and how to bring media and the idea of a media conspiracy within this whole thing. And it sounds great. I really like the idea of listening to audio files and reading documents about how the Templars tried to discredit and frame Jacob for these murders and turn him into Jack the Ripper by way of media. Even the look of Jacob and the idea of an assassin blends well to the idea. When you look at Jacob, his design typically looks like one what you would expect from Jack the Ripper. Top hat, cane, long coat and that sort of thing. And then if you incorporate the assassin skills like the hidden blades and the skill set with knives, it really transitions well into trying to frame Jacob as Jack the Ripper. And it sounds really cool. Again, the idea of a media conspiracy, the Templars really trying to get to grips with media and trying to use it to their own gain and try and discredit Jacob and everything he's done. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like the idea of the Templars trying to use media to frame Jacob as a killer after the events of Assassin's Creed Syndicate? What do you think about Jack the Ripper making an AC lore-based appearance within Assassin's Creed at this point in Victorian London? Is it too far? Is it needed? I think it'll be a great idea to explore the character and like the myth of Jack the Ripper within the AC lore. I think it'll be interesting to read. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, until the next one, take care and be safe. Love you all, assassins. Went out. Peace.